It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the films of January 29th, 1999. We only got 3 movies to look at today, and really, one of them is the only one I've actually seen, so we can be real quick on this one. So let's go ahead and talk about that movie, and that is Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook in She's All That.
Zack Seiler had it all.
How's it going, man?
President of his class, captain of the team, and dating the most popular girl in school. Until she went on spring break.
So I've been dancing for maybe 5 minutes, right? And that's when it happened.
Oh, for God's sake!
Brock is from the real world, like the TV show, okay?
But they kicked him out of the house.
My condolences go out to Zach, who got dissed and dismissed by his magically delicious girlfriend.
In order to save his reputation, he's taken on an impossible bet.
I'll pick the girl, and you got 6 weeks to turn her into the prom queen. Gentlemen, we have a winner. You call off the bet, you lose. I don't lose.
So, Lanny, listen. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to embarrass me horribly in front of all these people.
So who's the lucky rebound girl?
She kind of blew me off.
I like her already. Was this some kind of new dork outreach program? Find out where she hangs out, what she does for fun. You gotta tell me you guys are on a date. No, we're just friends. She's just like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, except for that whole hooker thing. To everyone here who matters, you're vapor. I forgot why I avoided places like this and people like you. Am I a bet? Am I a stupid bet?
This is one contest you're gonna lose. It's going down, man.
Check it out now. Now, he's about to realize that she's a whole lot more than he bargained for.
She doesn't like her $1 million makeover or her overnight popularity. What is it?
That's not the point, man. I cared about her.
So kiss me.
I forgive.
So kiss me.
She's All That.
Essentially, you've got a modern-day take on My Fair Lady, of course, and also Pygmalion. You have the story of Freddie Prinze Jr. He's this guy who gets dumped by his girlfriend, and he boasts he can make any girl in his high school popular, and he picks this nerdy girl, played by Rachel Lee Cook, which this is kind of a film that really kind of cemented the memes and the stereotypes about how, just because somebody has glasses and doesn't look pretty, there's no way you can make them turn into a beautiful woman and actually have feelings for her. And I mean, it's a script it's a story that's not really all that inventive and not that creative, but it can get by if your leads are very good. And in this case, it works here. I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook, they do have some really good chemistry together. You really do like seeing them work off each other, and you do believe they eventually do get together at the end. But the script overall is the major flaw of the film. I mean, you can pretty much tell where this is going to go. The liar reveal is going to get put into this. There's going to be the third act breakout. There's going to be that moment where they have to get back together, and we've seen this done over and over and over again, and like I said, it can work if your two leads can really make it work on its own, and they do work very well here. I really do like Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook in this. I mean, they do a very good job here with the material given to them. You see early film works from other people in here: Matthew Lillard from the Scream films, Paul Walker, pre-Fast and Furious, Usher in here once again, his second film in a month with The Faculty, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe, Kieran Culkin's also in here, Kevin Pollak. I mean, it delivers pretty much everything you could possibly ask for. Some interesting things about this movie is that even though Arlie Fleming Jr. is credited as the only writer on this, M. Night Shyamalan actually said he polished the script for this while he was adapting Stuart Little, which came out at the end of the year, and while he was also writing the script for The Sixth Sense. And that's pretty interesting things to say about that. Like, it's interesting that Shyamalan had a hand on this before he eventually became the Shyamalan that we all know him for. And you could definitely tell this took a lot of inspiration from the works of John Hughes. I mean, trying to create something like the Brat Pack days, and I think they did a pretty good job with it. Like I said, the story is not that great. The story overall has been there, done that, but it works mostly because of the people that are in the cast. They make it work. The chemistry works well with the two leads. It delivers everything it promises. Don't go in there expecting anything too great or too spectacular. And you definitely get something nice with her. It's a nice comfort film. Like, it's a film that really has no right to be as good as it is, but it works fine for what it is. So that's She's All That. So let's go ahead and move on to the next movie here. Rosie Perez in The 24-Hour Woman.
I don't want to be pregnant anymore. You can't get all emotional about it.
Oh, shut up! I'm sorry I'm so emotional. this. I need to tell the truth. Now!
In a comedy that shows us that sometimes letting it all fall apart
Wait, why are you doing this? What did I ever do to you?
Said that we were a team. Remember that?
can help keep it all together.
She did fire around her too, but it was just her husband.
The 24-Hour Woman.
This fall on NBC. I'm sorry, I cannot listen to that voice and not think of an NBC TV promo. And this movie looks like a bad pilot for an NBC TV series. You have Rosie Perez trying to be the perfect mother and TV producer, but finds trouble in juggling both. I mean, this literally sounds like a show you would see on NBC, or at the very least, a Lifetime movie of the week. You have her, Marianne Jean-Baptiste, Patti LuPone, Karen Duffy, Melissa Leo, Wendell Pierce, Chris Cooper in here. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the film, so I can't really say for certain. I do like Rosie Perez a lot. I like her as an actress. She's been in a lot of great stuff, but this movie really does not look like anything more than a television pilot blown up for the big screen. I mean, this feels like a story that could have easily been an NBC TV series. I mean, whoever was doing the marketing on that, you shouldn't have gotten the guy who's best known for the NBC promos to do that, because that's all I can think of when I look at this trailer for this movie, is that this is a promo for an NBC series that barely lasted one season. And considering that this film did not do so well, only bringing in $100,000 over a $2.5 million budget, that's probably why it was dumped in January. So that's a 24-Hour Woman. So let's go ahead and move on to the last one we have here, A Cool, Dry Place.
See, this is going nowhere fast.
Sex and starting over. Star of Swingers and Psycho Vince Vaughn, chasing Amy's June Lord Adams. A Cool, Dry Place.
Speaking of using narration for really bad reasons, that was not a good trailer that I just saw for that film. You have a single father balancing his work as an attorney and the care of his 5-year-old son and his work as a high school basketball coach in rural Kansas when he moves after his wife abandoned him in Chicago. Just as he starts to develop a new relationship with a veteran's assistant, his ex-wife suddenly reappears and wants to reassert herself in her husband and son's life. On top of the romantic conflict, he's also suddenly present with the opportunity of a lifetime to join a major firm in Dallas. Vince Vaughn, of course, is in here. Monica Potter, Joey Lauren Adams for Chasing Amy. This is directed by the guy who did Dangerous Minds, and you would think that a film following the success of Dangerous Minds, you'd think a follow-up film would be something that they want to put this out in as many theaters as they could, but this thing was dumped in theaters, and that really should probably tell you everything you need to know about this film. I mean, it just doesn't feel like a film that they really were very much in the... Fox really believed in it. I don't think they really did believe that this thing was going to be anything successful, and that's why they kind of dumped it in January, and it definitely looks like it's not a film that would have worked. That was clearly not what they wanted, not what they envisioned. So they basically just dumped it, and it's been largely forgotten ever since. And maybe that's probably for the best. Don't know for certain because I haven't seen the film, but that's just what I get from this trailer. That trailer looked like it was trying way too hard to be something that this movie probably really is not. So, with that said, that is A Cool, Dry Place. That's it for this edition of Time About the Movies. Next time, we'll take a look at Mel Gibson's newest film, Payback, Simply Irresistible, the first film for Sarah Michelle Gellar after her success with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We also have The Last Days and Dry Cleaning. So 4 films we'll look at next time, and we'll do that next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, and until then, as always, take care.